Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bay classes. So today we are going to solve three questions based on decision making and branching. So open your printed notebooks, go to page number 31. In page number 31, we'll solve question number 23. So question number 23 says, write a program to find the solution of any pair of linear simultaneous equation as follows: ax plus by equal to c, px plus qy equal to r. The program should, bit 1, accept the values of a, b, c, p, q, r and use the following equation to find x and y. That is x equal to cq minus br by aq minus bp and y equal to ar minus cp by aq minus bp. Point 3, print no finite solution if aq minus bp equal to 0. So in this question, it has already told you what will be the input. You will input the values of A, B, C and P, Q, R. So total 6 inputs. And the processing is, you have to calculate X and Y. You have to calculate X and Y. And what will be the output? Obviously the value of X and Y. But again, there is a small note that if AQ minus BP equal to 0, then you have to print no finite solution. You have to print no finite solution. So there are two things. One is either you have to print the value of x and y, and if you are not able to find the value of x and y, I will tell you how there may be a situation where you will not get any value for x and y. Then in that case, actually you have to print no finite solution. So let us solve this question using BlueJ. So first I will create the skeleton. C523 chapter 5 question number 23, public void DNM. Okay, we have created skeleton. Now the first thing you have to input is the value of A, B, C and P, Q, R. A, B, C, P, Q and R. Total 6 variables. Then we have to find the value of x and y. But before that, we need to check if is it possible to find the value of x and y. Why I am saying that? Because it is asking that if AQ minus BP. What is AQ minus BP? If you see closely in bit A and B of bit 2, x equal to CQ minus BR by AQ minus BP, and similarly in Y equal to AR minus CP by AQ minus BP. The denominator is same, that is AQ minus BP. If AQ minus BP is 0, means the denominator is 0. So can you divide a number by 0? It is not possible. So if dividing a number by 0 is not possible, that is AQ minus BP is 0, then there is no way you are going to get any value for x and y. If that is the case, then we cannot find the value of x and y, because you cannot divide a number by 0. In that case, you have to print no finite solution. That means there is no solution or no value for x and y. If it is not 0, then we will find the value of x and y. So first we have to calculate AQ minus BP. Let us take a variable m. AQ, A into Q minus BP, that is B into P. Now we will check if M is 0. If M is 0, then we will print system.out.println no finite solution. Else, means if it is not 0, then we will calculate the value of x and y. That is declare x and y also. So X is given by the formula C into Q minus B into R divided by M, that is AQ minus BP. You are already calculated, so directly write M. And we also need to calculate the value of Y, that is A into R minus C into P divided by M. Done. Then we'll print the value of X and Y. X and the value of Y. Let us run this program and check if our program is correct. Let us take AB as 5 and 5 and PQ also 5 and 5. Let C be 10 and R be 10. So here I have taken values such that A into Q 25, B into P also 25, means I want to keep the denominator 0. So if the denominator is 0, the answer will be no finite solution. See, we are getting no finite solution. Let us take any other random value such that AQ minus BP is not 0. We are getting some value where X is minus 1.4 and Y is 4.25. Okay, let us move to next question, that is question number 25. And 25 is a very important question. 25 is a very important question. You may not understand in the first attempt, so please go through this part of the video multiple times to understand how question number 25 is done. It is very, very important question. It is not that easy also to understand, and it is also very important for your board exam. So please understand this question, this program, how to write this program, how to solve this program very thoroughly. So you have to see this video multiple times to understand it. Okay, so let us first read the question. So the question is, the monthly electricity bill is to be computed as follows: minimum rupees 250 for first 100 units plus rupees 0.60 per unit for the next 50 unit plus 0.50 per unit for the next 50 units plus 0.40 per unit for any unit beyond 200 units. Write a program which calculates the monthly bill of a customer based on the number of units consumed. So whenever in a decision making program you see the word next, so this program is a little bit different than normal decision making programs. The next word is very important here. So what does this next mean? So before coming to this question, I will make you understand the meaning of the word next in these types of programs. So for example, in your class, okay, the teacher conducted an exam. For example, in your class there are X number of students. Let X be 53. Okay, there are X number of students. So the teacher conducted exam and he ranked the students. So after correcting the papers and counting the marks, he ranked the students. And he told that he will give some gift or some chocolates to the student according to the rank. So he told that first 10 students, means according to the rank, first 10 students will get 5 star. Okay, first 10 students will get 5 star. And then he said, next 10 students will get eclairs. Next 10 students will get eclairs. Then again next 10 students will get mango mood. Will get mango mood. Rest means remaining students will get Poppins. Will get Poppins. So everyone got their copy where marks is written and also rank is written. Then the teacher calls first 10 student, please come to my table to receive 5 star. Then rank 1, rank 2, rank 3 till rank 10. These 10 people are going to, these 10 students are going to come to the teacher and receive their 5 star. Then he asked for the next 10 students. Next 10 means 11, 12, 13 till 20. These are the next 10 students. These students are going to get eclairs. These students are going to get eclairs. Will the first 10 students, the first 10 rank holders who got 5 star, will they get eclairs too? No, because they have already received 5 star. 5 star is for the first 10 students. Eclair is for the next 10. Next 10 means from 11 to 20. First 10 means from 1 to 10. Again next 10 means from 21 to 30. Remaining means, for example, there are 35 students. In your class there are 35 students. So remaining means already 30 is given, 5 are remaining. This 5 will get Poppins. So this is the meaning of the word next. Next means, in this case 1 to 10, next 10 means it is 11 to 20. The next part is called the next. Okay. So understood what next means? So now to solve a program which contains the word next. Okay, in the program when you see the word next, in this types of program we are going to use a thing called breakup formula. We'll be using a concept called breakup formula. So first I will write the breakup formula or solve question number 25 using breakup formula, and then I will make you understand. Okay, this is a very important program and it is little bit trickier, so you have to understand this thoroughly, and it is also very important for your board exam. So the question says the monthly electricity bill is to be computed as follows. Minimum rupees 250 for the first 100 units. What is the first 100 units? First 100 means from 1 to 100. For that it is rupees 250. It is how much? It is rupees 250. Then it is saying plus rupees 0.60 plus rupees 0.60 per unit. For 1 unit it is 0.60 rupees. For the next 50 units. What is next 50? 100 is done. What is the next 50? It is from 101 to 150. Okay, for that it is 0.6 per unit. 0.6 per unit. Then it is saying again for the next 50 units. Again next 50 is from 151 to 200, and this time it is 0.5 per unit. And beyond 200. Beyond 200 means 201 and above. We don't know what is the value. For example, total unit consumed is 300. Then it will be from 201 to 300. Whatever it is, it will be 0.4 per unit. So what are these? These are the if statements. So in one if statement it will be from 1 to 100. In the next if statement it will be 100 to 150. In the next if statement it will be 151 to 200, and in the next if statement it will be greater than 200 or greater than equal to 201. Both are same. Now the main thing to understand is how to calculate the electricity bill. Now we got the expressions. These are the test expressions. 1 to 100 is one test expression, 101 to 150 is another test expression, 151 to 200 is another test expression, more than 200 is another test expression. Now how to calculate, means what will the calculation inside this if. So for the first if, it is directly electricity bill is 250, it is fixed for the first thing, for the first 100 units. Okay, it is 250, it is fixed. Now the question comes how to calculate electricity for the second case, for the third case, and for the fourth case. So for the first case, so here the electricity bill will be, so for example, total electricity consumed is 130. Total electricity is 130. So for the first 100 it is 250. For the first 100 it is 250. So if you remember the example I gave you, the student example, when the teacher called the next 10 students for eclairs, did he give the first 10 students eclairs too? No, because they have already received 5 stars. Similarly here also, when we are talking about 250, the first 100 units, assume that these units are one student. The first 100 students have already received 250. So the next 50 students will get 0.6 student. Okay, assume that here unit means student. But will that first 100 will get 0.6? No, they will not get, because they have already received 250. It is only for the next 50. Okay, so if the total unit consumed is 130, for the first 100 you have already given 250. So what is remaining? 30 is remaining. So this 30 will get 0.6 each. This 30 will get 0.6. So this is the electricity bill when the total unit consumed is 130. So how to know that it is 30? Because here we know that we have given 130, but user will give X. It can be any unit consumed. So the formula will be 250, that is for the first 100 unit, plus X minus 100. Why X minus 100? 100 you have already given 250. For the first 100 you have already given 250. Whatever is more than that, that is 30 is more than that. So if total is 130, it is 130 minus 100, that is 30 units. They will get 0.6. Similarly for the second case, electricity bill is for the first 100 250. For the next 50 units, it is 0.6. And whatever is remaining, we have already given to the 150 units, 100 plus 50, we have given them. So whatever is extra, they will get 0.5. Similarly for the third case, means if the electricity bill is more than 200 units, first 100 will get 250, next 50 will get 0.6, next 50 will get 0.5, and whatever is more than 200, because you have already given to 200, this one is 100, 50, 50, you have already given to 200. Whatever is more than 200, they will get 0.4. Understood? So these are the three formulas, and these formulas are called breakup formulas. These are called breakup formulas. Why it is called breakup formula? Because there is different calculation for different units. For first 100 there is different calculation. For the next 50 there is different calculation. Again for the next 50 it is different calculation. For more than 200 it is again different calculation. Therefore this is called a breakup formula. We are not using a single formula for all the units. For different range of units we are using different formulas. Therefore this is called a breakup formula. So now let us write this program in BlueJ. So we'll write the class C525 public void DNM. So the input is name of the customer, though it is not asked. Since you are going to print the electricity bill of a customer, you should know the name of the customer at least. And then the units consumed, int units. If the units is less than or equal to 100, means for the first 100 units bill is 250 straight. So we'll declare the variable bill, double bill. This is for the first 100. If units is greater than 100, or you can write greater than equal to 101, both are same, but it is less than equal to 150. 101 to 150 means for the next 50 units. Okay, then this time bill is for the first 100 it is 250, and whatever is more than 100, for them it is 0.6 per unit. Similarly, for the next 50 units, that is from 150 to 200, first 100 is 250, next 50 is 0.6, and whatever is more, here x means units. Okay, we have taken the variable units minus 150. Why 150? Because we have already given to the first 150 units, it will be 0.5. Then whatever is more than 200, or you can write greater than equal to 201, 250 for the first, 0.6 for the next 50, then again for the next 50 it is 0.5, and rest whatever is more means beyond 200 it will be 0.4. So we have calculated bill, then we'll print it. System.out.println, first we'll print the name, and then we'll print the bill. Okay, let us run this program. Let number of units be 34. We're getting 250. This time let it be 120 in the second range. Okay, so 250 plus 20 into 0.6. So 20 into 0.6 is 12. 12 plus 250 is 162. So we're getting right answer. Then if the value increases like 180, then it will be the third case. And the value goes beyond 250, then it is the fourth case. So now let us run this program manually. So for example, units consumed is 35. So 35 less than equal to 100, true. So bill equal to 250.0, since it is double. Then again it will check if, even if it is true, it will not go directly to print statement. It will check all the ifs. Okay, so 35 greater than equal to 100, one false. Don't have to check the second one because it is AND. In AND, the whole thing will become true only if both of them become true. Then 35 greater than equal to 151, false. 35 greater than equal to 201, false. So only the first if is going to be true. Okay, so it will print name and it will print the bill, that is 250. If units is 140, for example, so 140 less than equal to 100, false. 140 greater than equal to 101, true. Less than equal to 150, true. So it will come here. For the first 100 it is 250. For the first 100 it is 250 plus whatever is extra, 40 is extra, into 0.6. 250 plus into 10, 6 are 4, 24. The answer is 274. This is the final bill. 0.0 because it is double. Next, if the unit consumed is 180. 180 less than 100, no. 180 greater than equal to 101, true. 180 less than equal to 150, false. So this is false. 180 greater than 151, true. 180 less than equal to 200, true. So this will be executed. So BL is 250 for the first 100, 50 into 0.6. For the next 50 it is 0.6. Whatever is extra, how much extra? 180 minus 150, it is 0.5. So 250 plus 30 plus 30 into 0.5. So it is 280 plus 15, that is 295.0. This is your final answer. Next, if unit consume is 220. 220 means this will be false, this will be false, this will be false. The last one will be true. So first 100 is 250 plus 30, 50 into 0.6, 30. 50 into 0.5 is 25 plus whatever is extra. How much extra? 20 is extra, that will be 0.4. So here we will get 305 plus 8. So it is 313.0, the final answer. So got it? How it is calculated? Okay, so this is very important. Please repeat the video multiple times to understand this question. And like question number 25, you have to solve question number 26 and 27. So question number 26 and 27 are also based on breakup formula, and it is very important. So I'll suggest you to go through this particular program multiple times to understand. Okay, so now let us solve the next question. That is question number 29. So question number 29 says a salesman is paid commission on the following basis: up to 10,000, 2%, 10,001 to 20,000, 3%, 20,001 to 50,000, 5%, 50,000 to 70,000, 8%, more than 70,000, 10%. Write a program to assess the sales amount and calculate the commission. Print sales amount, commission rate and commission. So here the word next is not there. So we are not going to use breakup formula, but we will be solving normally. So let us solve this program directly in BlueGen. So first I'll write the class C chapter 5 29 public void DNM. So input is, you have to input sales amount, so double amount, and also since you are calculating the commission for a salesman, let's input the name of the salesman. Okay, so now we'll write the if statement for the first criteria up to 10,000. If the amount is less than equal to 10,000, then commission rate is equal to 2%. Let the variable CR, it is 2. Let us declare this variable also, double CR equal to 0.7. Similarly for the next criteria, if amount is greater than equal to 1,001 and amount is less than equal to 20,000. So here also you can see, what if the amount is between 10,000 to 10,001? In case it is like 10,050 paise or 10,020 paise, then also it will come here and it will get calculated more than 10,000 in this part. Okay, so this time the commission rate is 3. Similarly for the next case, it is more than 20,000 and less than equal to 50,000. Commission is 5%. More than 50,000 till 70,000, it is 8%. And if it is more than 70,000, then commission is 10%. So we have got the commission rate. So now it is time to calculate the commission. So the commission is given by the formula commission rate by 100, because it is in percentage, into sales amount. So the commission formula is commission rate by 100 into sales amount. Now we will print the name, the sales amount, the commission rate and the commission. Commission is given by the variable CM. So we printed the name, the sales amount, the commission rate, and the commission. So now let us run and check if our program is correct. So we'll enter a name and let the sales amount be 80,000, the last one. So commission rate is 10 and commission is 8,000. 10% of 80,000 is 8,000. Similarly, for example, this time I will take 35,000. So it is between 20,000 to 50,000. 35,000, 5% of that is 1,750. So today we have solved 3 questions. In the next class, I'll be giving assignments from this printed notes only. So you will be solving it, sending the assignments, and in the next class, I will be giving you the solution in video form. So now I will take a leave from you. Have a nice day. Thank you.